What's going on, guys? Scar coming at you with another Magic the Gathering video. Today's video, we're going to go into some Magic the Gathering news. This is going to be more so surrounded towards what is upcoming with Zendikar Rising in the upcoming future when it comes to more physical Magic than MTG Arena. The news that we got yesterday, I think from Mark Rosewater from Magic, is that they're going to be changing up the physical packs overall for MTG in a physical form. They're going to add another set booster thing. This whole article that we're going to go over today in this video is going to kind of go over those basics, as well as there's going to be a couple surprises that we are going to get to as we get through this article. So if you stay to the end, you'll see that. But guys, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to know when I post more videos, hit that subscribe button. But let's dive into this article and see what's going on. So over the weekend, there was Comic-Con from home. So there's been a lot of news coming out from various sources over various things, and there was some stuff on Magic the Gathering as a whole, and what is going on with the game coming up in September. So the overall idea, to just give you guys a heads up before we kind of break it down what is going on, is that they kind of saw that there's different levels of what players are looking for when it comes to playing physical Magic, when it comes to buying packs. There are people who like to play the game in a more limited format, and there's people who just like to buy packs and, you know, build a collection, and they're looking for particular things, and, you know, they're trying to look for ways to make it fun and exciting. So what they introduced is what they're calling a set booster. It's a new booster pack. It's going to be, I guess, slightly different than the normal typical booster that we are typically seeing. This one's going to have a little bit more chance to what you can expect in it. You are going to get commons, you're going to get uncommons, you're going to get rares. But I think they're also including, other than just a foil, there's also going to be like a chance of proccing like a double rare, a double uncommon, something like that. And I think also a foil card. So it's kind of like a weird mixture between the collection packs and also just normal booster packs, but to kind of give like that player who likes to buy boosters to try to, you know, get lucky and maybe pull like those really good cards, a way to kind of you know, something a little bit special, so they're not just buying packs and just hoping that their rare slot is going to be something special. So overall, they're added in another booster, so now there's, I think, a total of 4 boosters into the thing. I think they maybe actually changing what the old booster is called from just being a normal booster pack to a draft booster, but that will be broken down as we kind of scroll down here. So pretty much what they wanted to do is they were thinking of a theme booster. The theme usually is restricted to one color. A lot of players who purchased to get the packs had a greater number of cards straight to their deck. It's also a type of set flavor. So this is where they're just talking about like boosters with themes. This is where it is. So they've been looking at Magic, and in the past years, you know, Magic's kind of done packs generally the same way ever since they introduced foils and stuff like that in like the late 90s, early thousands. I can't remember exactly when. Let me know in the comments below if you know. But they wanted to make boosters more fun. So the idea is they want to optimize the booster pack to make open booster packs for the player who's looking for cards a little bit more fun, a little bit more wow. It's actually has me intrigued. I haven't actually bought in physical Magic in a minute, and I'm actually tempted to possibly buy a box just to kind of open up. I don't really know if I'll make a video on that, but it has me intrigued in that sense. So they want to make it more fun, and granted, I mean, sometimes the booster pack is pretty fun, especially when you pull a V card. There's another thing too that they're going to add into Zendikar, which is something they added in Zendikar way back in the day. I remember they added in some bonus cards into the overall set that you can get that typically would it's not in the set, so it's not like legal, but they add in some, like, you know, some of those more sought after cards into the set as like a chance of, and maybe a whole like, you know, set of boxes. So like maybe 1 in 6 boxes you'll get this like special card. So what they want to do here is they want to make the overall to get back on track, they wanted to make the overall booster packs more fun. So if you look here at this chart next to me, you'll see that they want to add an art card to these set boosters. They want to add a land, so you're going to open it, you're going to get a little art card that's going to show off some art from the set. You're going to get a land card like you typically would. You're going to get connected commons and uncommons, so the uncommons and commons have a synergy, I guess. You got the head turner slot, which is like where you're going to get into the fireworks. You got the wild card rarity slot, which we'll kind of break down a little bit further as we get down there. The rare mythic slot that you typically are, the foil slot, and then 1 token / add slot. So overall, they're kind of breaking down the deck into like more of a set theme that you kind of are looking for, kind of give like you a little bit more flair rather than just typical, here's a random assortment pack of cards. Let's just kind of go all the way to the back to the rare. So this is kind of give it that little bit special. I mean, sure, eventually as you open these boxes or packs, you'll eventually get to the point that you've seen all the commons and uncommons. You're maybe just looking for maybe a few of the uncommons, maybe some certain commons, if that maybe somehow harder to get. But really what you want to get is you want to get to the fireworks and the big finish. That's going to be like the big thing. You're going to look for these last 4 cards of this 12 or this 14 card total set. So you're going to have 12 actual Magic cards, 2 cards that are tokens and like an add art card. So what they wanted to do, so there's 4 chapters, like as we go into here to break it down even further. What it is the welcome. So the art card slot here are some examples, I guess some of the arts. As you can kind of see here, there's probably some spoils of what we're gonna get. This looks like the Sword of Fire and Ice, to be quite off the top of my head. I'm not really sure about these other ones. These may be some new cards. If you guys know, take some guesses. But I definitely think this is like a return of Sword of Fire and Ice, or maybe a new sword. Swords were pretty big in the first Zendikar from what I remember. So that's definitely cool. I mean, it's also possible that these are cards that we're not going to get. They're just kind of playing homage to some cards that have been previous Zendikars. So that is definitely cool. So we're going to get some cool art cards just kind of have. Sometimes these things have value. I don't know if there's like a rarity level of like what ones you're going to find more often or not. So that's definitely cool to kind of have some cool like things to kind of add. So then the next thing is like a land slot. Continue the immersive experience. Welcome chapter, the second highest card type, best shows off the world are land cards. So we're gonna go back to basic lands in this slot, but the change from set to set. So I mean, I guess this is gonna be something going forward. There'll be full art, so that's definitely cool. Full art basic lands are definitely awesome. I mean, in Physical Magic, I mean, full art cards are kind of like put the deck together. I definitely have my set of full art cards for various decks I played over the years. It's just like one of those things, like the final touches on the deck that you're currently playing. So when you have a full art card, that's definitely cool. They want basic lands for this set 50% of the time. This land will be foil, so it's definitely cool. So you'll see the foil land right off the bat 15% of the time. So that's one in, a little bit like 1 in like 9 packs roughly. Maybe you'll get a foil. 1 in 10, somewhere in there, more or less, depending on the box. So that's definitely awesome. It doesn't prevent you from getting a second foil too. So if you can get a double foil, you get a foil here, you get a foil at the end. So definitely cool too. And then after that is the connected commons and uncommons. The next 6 slots are dedicated to commons and uncommons. In the draft booster, commons and uncommons exist in a certain ratio. Ensure proper fans when they play. They're also color balanced and set properly. None of these are concerns for the set booster. So this is what they've done. We're using commons and uncommons to show off something cool about the set. These 6 set boosters we grouped in a way that each of the cards of the same rarity do something to the next. So I guess if there's a certain mechanic or something, these cards are going to be connected in the sense that they're going to show off a mechanic. Or maybe some sort of combo they just right off the bat that you may not know unless you really dig into the set. So that's definitely cool to kind of let you have an understanding of like what the set is going to be trying to do. And I'm sure it's going to have some sort of color combination to it so that if you were to take these like cards, you could technically play them. So this is in this paragraph right here, they're also discussing that they talk about people who buy boxes and stuff and open up boosters, that they get to a point where you start opening up enough boosters and you kind of collected a lot of set, is that you kind of get past the point of not caring. So they kind of want to change this from like the typical draft boosters. So I guess there will still be like the regular boosters now we call draft boosters. And this is where they talk about these like the less overall commons and uncommons than a draft booster. But we believe all the balance of the optimal, that is more optimal players, not creating cards they want to ignore so quickly. This allows them to put other things in the booster that would be more exciting and impactful. So they're going to cut down commons and uncommons overall, so you're going to get less in this thing. And then also what they have here is a breakdown of kind of how this works. So in some packs you'll get 5 commons and 1 uncommon. This will happen 35% of the time. 4 uncommons, 2 uncommons, 40% of the time. So I guess the common thing you'll see is 4 commons, 2 uncommons. So it's kind of like more in line with like MTG Arena in that sense. If we're all used to opening packs and only getting 5 commons, 2 uncommons, and the 1 rare or mythic. Then there's 3 commons and 3 uncommons, which is 12% of the time. 2 commons, 4 uncommons, 1 common, 5 uncommons, 0 commons, and 6 uncommons, which is 2% of the time. So this is like the sweet spot right here. So you're typically going to see these two, the 35, like the 5 and 1 or 4 and 2, and then the lower the chances, you'll get the 3 and 3 or the less commons and more uncommons. So that's definitely cool. So after we get there, they go into the fireworks. This is the first part of the fireworks, so slot 9. So we're already at card number 9 in the pack, so this is the last one of 3. So now we've ventured into the fireworks chapter. This goal of the chapter is to splash you excited. You never know what could turn up here. The slot 9 is always going to be usually interesting looking card, which means it will vary from set to set. So you'll get an uncommon that either showcase card or a card that's a cool element to the set that we haven't talked about yet. So if you have seen, I guess, in collectors boxes where they have those cool showcase arts, I guess this is going to be the slot that you're going to have a chance of getting one of those, or just some sort of thing that they're going to show off in another thing. So I guess this is going to be the thing that I'm going to talk about at the end. So that's definitely cool. So a spot that in these packs you'll definitely be you'll get something like that that's special to the set. I don't know, it doesn't say anything about the rarity. Oh wait, hold on. Booster, that means you get uncommon or uncommon. Okay, so this is where the uncommon or uncommon is. So that's definitely cool. And then slot number 10 and 11 are the wild card rarity slots. So these two slots are basically anything from common to mythic rare. It's possible to get showcase versions of the rares and mythics in these slots, so you get showcase versions of all the things in this one pack. Note that neither of these are your rare slots, so either rares or mythic rares you'll have a chance of getting an extra mythic rare or rare in the pack. So this is like an extra area to possibly get a mythic rare or rare. It's independent, so you have a potential to get 2 mythic rares here. Here's the percentages. Note they are rare below, mean rare or mythic rare. So what it is you'll typically get a common. A common will happen about half the time. A common and uncommon will happen 25% of the time. A common and rare will happen a little less than 20% of the time. Uncommon will happen 3% of the time. So actually, this is actually not worse. So there's a good chance you get a second rare in a pack a little bit more often than getting 2 uncommon. So that's definitely good. So if you get uncommon, somehow that's actually more rare than getting a common and a rare. Uncommon and rare will happen 4.3% of the time, and double rare will happen 1.6%. And those double rares could actually be, one mythic, one regular rare. So that's definitely cool that you can definitely get extra up to 2 rares in a pack on top of the rare that comes with it. So that means 23% of the time, just under 1/4 of the time, you will open at least 1 extra rare or mythic rare in the booster. And that's just from the wildcard slots. We have yet to go another way for an extra rare coming up. So that's definitely cool. So that's definitely awesome. So slot 12 is the typical rare mythic rare. This is the big finish. We'll venture the big finish chapter. This chapter is all about guaranteed goodies. The first slot here is your mythic rare slot, the most exciting thing in the draft booster. So gonna get rid of that. This acts like a rare mythic slot that you've grown to know and love. So that's pretty much them saying, like, Summer of the Zendikar Rise and the mythic rares are changing from the rate of drop. In the past, it's 1 in every 8 rares is a mythic rare. With Zendikar Rise, they're going to change it to a little bit less than 1 in 8. Be it 1 in 7.4 is what they're saying. This will also be true in draft boosters. So in drafts, they're saying that it's higher chance you'll get a mythic rare in a little less than 8 packs, 7 packs. So more mythic rares in limited is also pretty cool as well. And then the last thing is the foil slot. A lot of players enjoy foils, so we decided to make this slot, and you'll get a foil in every pack. So that's cool. You get a foil in every pack. This slot can be any rarity. So yes, another place you can get a rare, mythic rare. So all in all, you get up to 4 rares in a pack based on this. And then the last slot is the add/token card. These are some of the draft boosters. So at the end you'll get a rare token/add for some Magic product or MTG Arena. You know how that is. The card you usually throw to the side. Sometimes the tokens, if you play the tokens, definitely cool. So the one thing I kind of forgot when I was going over this, I'm kind of catching this as I'm kind of putting everything together for the actual edit, is that I didn't go into the description of this epilogue or the add token slot. So here, the one thing is that they also doing that I kind of didn't catch when I read this. I just thought it was the add token card, so I moved on and I kind of read the list of these cards as like possible things that they can add into the thing. So what they're doing here is they have another trick to the list itself. About 20% of the time, instead of an add or token card, you'll get a card from the list, and they're going to go into what exactly the list is. One of the lists is the coolest parts of Magic and history, so we're pulling a trick from Time Spiral and Mystery Booster. We've chosen up the list of 300 interesting cards from Magic's past, and with a Mastery Booster, they will be printed as they appeared, include an R-frame expansion symbol, with the exception that they'll have a small Planeswalker symbol in the lower left-hand corner. So they'll be a little bit slightly different than what they were in the past, but overall that's pretty cool. The list has commons, uncommons, and rares, and mythic rares, which will fall at a proper rate to one another. Being in the list does not make them standard legal. So I think I mentioned that in the actual recording. They're legal in whatever formats the cards are already in. The cards we pulled in were some Magic's 27 history. The plan is the list to change subtly with set to set. So I guess they're actually thinking about adding in these cards from other sets into this to kind of like outside of like the master sets. I guess this is like another way to get these cards. And then they'll also, but mostly intact from set to set, meaning you'll get to learn what cards are in the list. I mean, granted, I actually like the surprise. I don't want to know what's in the list while I'm pulling. I kind of like to be, oh my god. But overall, it looks like the list is not coming to Magic the Gathering Arena, which I think I went over. So it's definitely cards that are going to come to Historic and stuff and all those things. But in MTG Arena, we're not going to get these list cards. So I just forgot I added that into here once I kind of saw this and kind of read a little bit further. So. And pretty much here, it's just saying, as you can see, the list can show up below the mechanics from the past, from the world's creatives, and just flat out wild cards we've done. This means you can open up a set booster, you can open up all sorts of Magic cards. So it's just saying, like, you can get all things of all sorts of things rather than just outside of Zendikar. these cards, just thrown out there, aren't legal in standard. So if you do get these cards, they're outside of standard. They're probably played in like historic formats, modern formats, limited for like legacy formats, stuff like that. So, but it's cool that there's a possibility that you're going to be getting something special here. From what I can speculate, if we kind of look at what Zendikar brought, I don't know if these are things that they're probably going to bring back, but I mean, with them bringing back Ravnica and stuff like that, they brought back Shocklands. So there is a possibility that we may get. So the one thing I can speculate, just because we kind of don't have an idea of what lands to expect in Zendikar, the one thing I could see them bringing back is actually fetch lands into the format. That was something that was around in, I think, the previous 2 Zendikar formats. I'm not really sure 100% because in the second time they revisited Zendikar, they didn't go. I don't know if they 100% if they did get the fetch lands, but that's actually something cool because we got Shocklands with War of the Spark and the Ravnica stuff. So that'd be cool to get those things into the format because it would just offer a little bit different way of, you know, maybe playing a little bit more basics and having things to fetch for certain colors, which would definitely be cool. But overall, as we kind of go here, they kind of go into the nitty-gritty just to break it down how this differs from a normal box of boosters. So the first up, I should tell you, boosters are going to be cost a little bit more. So from what it looks like here, about $1 more per pack. So if you pay $4 per pack now or $4.50, you'll be looking to pay like anywhere from $5 to $5.50. So that's something here, just because of the more rares and stuff. The other thing too, it looks like that the boxes are going to have 30 packs in them instead of 36, and the design look very different from draft boosters, so you'll be able to clearly tell them apart. Here's a Zendikar Rising set booster looks like, so it has like a different art on the front than the typical thing. Whereas I think if we're used to, like, I guess the new draft boosters, which are the typical regular booster packs, have like the key art or key cards from the set. So this is a little bit different. Yet again, just looking at the pack from the speculation, it definitely looks like there's like maybe Explorer maybe coming back or something, just because they're looking out in the distance. That's just my personal take, just based on what the pack is. I don't really know if that's actually anything to insinuate that is a thing. And to just throw it out there too, here's some stuff. It looks like we got Jace coming back. It looks like Omnath, so there's maybe elementals here. I mean, some form of Omnath, so elementals are probably coming back. There's some floating islands. That looks like the shield Swordmaster from Zendikar, where she likes equipment. She'll like help you search for equipment cards to put them on the battlefield. I know she got banned the first time, so I don't know if it's gonna be as broken as that the first time. And if you kind of look, it's kind of hard to tell based on this photo. It looks like there's a Nissa coming back as well, so we're definitely getting a new Nissa once Nissa who shakes the world gets rotated out. So that's definitely cool too. And I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I think they also announced spoiler season. I'm not 100% sure. I couldn't find it when I was looking for the news stuff. But let me know what you guys think overall about Zendikar Rising. Are you interested to come and pick up physical Magic if you do play physical Magic? I mean, hopefully we can get back into local game stores and play some physical Magic with people. Like I said, I haven't personally played in a while. Let me know in the comments below, guys. But if you like this, hit that like button. This article will also be posted in the description, so in case you want to look at this article for yourself and kind of read it a little bit further. I just try my best to kind of go over as quickly as possible in a way that is a little more digestible. But guys, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to post more videos, hit the subscribe button. But I'll catch you in the next video.